got to do is submit the dates that we'd like to get, and then they send it out to their vendors and say, hey, who would like to pick this day up? So once we get that squared away, I'll push out those dates. But I'm going to shoot for end of the week of the first week of January and all week on the second week of January to push for a Jordanton, Poteet, and Lytle. I talked with Pleasanton. They're probably going to do theirs out there, and I don't know what date they're going to push theirs for. But we should be having 3 in the first 2 weeks. That's the goal, test sites. PPE, we're good on PPE. So if anybody needs it for our offices, just call.
Are there any comments or questions for Roger? We'll be putting out more information on the vaccine that's hitting today, but just for everyone's information, the vaccine that's going to be delivered to Bexar County today is going to be, they're pretty certain 100% absorbed by the hospital system in Bexar County, which will include Methodist South. The hospitals will get all of their workers and employees vaccinated. That'll be step 1. And then step 2 is going to be step 2 and step 3 are going to be very close together, but one of the next steps is going to be vaccination for nursing homes, and then we'll probably be moving into first responders. So those people that are healthy and not in those categories are going to be quite a bit down the list, probably toward mid-January or late January when it starts opening up to others. But we'll know more as we see the amount that's coming in. All we know for sure is that step 1 is coming in today into Bexar County, and it's going to go to the hospital systems, employees and staff, which makes good sense.
Yeah, they're
I understand that the emergency room at Mesa South is pretty much half on overtime, and half their staff has COVID. And I understand that Mr. Penny's.
And Mr. Penny's out for now, for a little while.
Yeah. So we've gone in a couple of months from 3 confirmed cases to over 200.
Yeah.
And it's serious,
It's
so
gonna still
everybody
rise.
should take precautions accordingly is all I can say. And we'll try to keep everybody informed as much as we can with the developments. Thank goodness the vaccination's rolling out. I hope we're staking a lot on that. Let's hope it delivers like we think it will.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Number 5 is Rex Newman. Discuss and take appropriate action concerning approval for a commercial driveway permit or application number 1220-101 for DBCM Enterprise located on east side of Old Adams Road, about 1,100 feet south of FM 536, Pleasanton, Texas. This permit was paid for by check number 32500 on 12/07/2020, receipt number 4911. Good morning, Mr. Newman.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. This is a commercial driveway permit application just south of 536 that Commissioner Gillespie contacted me about a few weeks ago, and I didn't have anything on it, so I went out and talked to see what I could find out, and the only people that were there were the concrete guys laying the slab, pouring the slab, but I was able to get a number for the owner and contacted him, let him know he wasn't going to need a commercial driveway permit and the septic permit. And he apologized, said he wasn't aware of that, but he said he would have his contractor get on right away. And then I did receive a call the next day from J.W. Hughes, and they said they would get Rakowitz to take care of it. So I have it here. They said it's probably going to be about a year, or close to a year before they actually do it, but this is a permit for it. And I asked the owner what they were going to have there, and he said he wasn't sure yet because they were going to be leasing the building out, but he said he thought it would be some type of warehouse. So they've got a 30-foot wide driveway, 30-foot radiuses, and Rakowitz said that it would be better to have no culvert, just use the natural flow through there. So this is it for y'all's review and approval.
I've been in contact with both contractors and Rex on this. I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Gillespie, second by Commissioner Knowlton. Any discussion or comments or questions for Mr. Newman? All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate it. Number 6, Martin Gonzalez, discuss and take appropriate action concerning acceptance of $600 donation to the Atascosa County Historical Commission from the Bear County Kennel Club for use of the living annex for their dog trial event in November. Good morning, Captain Gonzalez.
Sir, before you go on, could you ask the speakers to pull their masks down? 'Cause
Yes.
I can't understand you.
Certainly. Yeah, we're socially distanced, so I think it'll be safe.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'm having the same problem, so let's do that.
Good morning. So, the Bear County Kennel Club gave us $600 for using the Lemming building in November for their dog trial. They use a lot of volunteers from the Historical Commission. I think we provided 4. And the local schools didn't send any this time. They usually do, but with COVID going on, they were gonna play it safe and not do it.
Move for approval. Motion to approve by
Yes.
Commissioner Gillespie, second by Commissioner Knowlton. Discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Number 7 is Martin Gonzalez, discuss and take appropriate action concerning the approvals of appointees for the Atascosa County Historical Commission for 2021-2022. Mr. Gonzalez, Captain
Yes,
Gonzalez.
did you guys get a copy of the roster?
Yes, we
Okay,
have.
so it's, everything should stay the same, all the members are remaining, except for we're adding, David Emery from the Lido area.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gillespie, second by Commissioner Perez. And, I also want to comment that, Captain Gonzalez, I'm not going to comment on him leaving county employment. I'm going to comment on him requesting to stay as chair of the Historical Commission, even though he's leaving county employment, and I'm pleased to have him want to do that. He's done a good job, and well, I appreciate that. And we wish you the best of luck in your new job, and we're only going to dislike you a little bit for leaving the county.
I appreciate that.
Oh, more than that much?
Well, since he brought this up, could you tell us where he's going?
Sir,
You'd like to know where you're going to?
to,
Let's be nosy.
NCIC, inmate phone communication. The NCIC inmate phone communication company.
You might need to explain. He called me and explained it to me, but you might need to explain to commissioners what you're
So,
going to do.
it's a phone company that does inmate phones, throughout jails in Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Yep. And
You'll basically be selling services to jails?
and maintaining accounts, mainly maintaining accounts.
Okay, at least he didn't go to Bear County or something.
He's going into private employment.
Yes, private
Okay,
employment.
you're
Yes.
okay.
No, not county employment,
And
not
it's,
anywhere else, no.
You know, and I'll speak for you. He was, told me he was very conflicted, really hated to leave it, enjoyed working here, and, but it was a good opportunity, and afraid if he passed it up, it was something might not come along again, so we wanted to give it a try. So we wish you the best.
Thank
And
you
we
very
have a
much.
motion and a second. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. We are glad you're staying on with the Historical Commission. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
And thank you.
Thank you. That's what everybody tells you, you know, when they don't want to have to do your job, they tell you you're doing a great job. I've heard that a lot when working for, taking free jobs. We don't pay anything. Anyway, we do value you. Value you. Thank you. Number 8, Diane Gonzalez, discuss and take action concerning November 2020 Commissioners Court minutes. Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes, Chairman. I sent the court and the judge my minutes for them to review, and I didn't hear any complaints, so I'm assuming everything is good. So if I can have a motion to approve the minutes, please.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Knowlton, second by Commissioner Perez. Discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you. Number 9, Diane Gonzalez, discuss and take appropriate action concerning improving the bonds for newly elected officials. Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes, sir. I have all the bonds, they're ready. I'd like to have them approved so that on January 1st, all they have to do is just take their oaths and that will take care of that. But all the bonds are in and have them, I can approve these.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gillespie, second by Commissioner Riley. Any discussion or questions? All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you for taking care of that, Ms. Gonzalez.
You're welcome.
Number 10, Ms. Pavelik, discuss and take appropriate action concerning approving the publication of the Treasurer's Report order for November 2020.
Yes. I'm asking for approval. I'm requesting approval for publication in the paper and on our website for my treasurer's report.
Motion by Commissioner Perez,
Second.
second by Commissioner Gillespie. Any discussion? All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Number 11, Ms. Pavelik, discuss and take appropriate action concerning approving the 2021 timesheet due dates and pay dates for all departments. Ms. Pavelik.
Yes, we do this every year, and once approved, we will send them out in the paychecks this month. It's the 2021 timesheet due date and pay date for full-time employees. The sheriff's office is different, so theirs is included, and then the part-time.
Motion by Commissioner Riley, Commissioner Perez, second by Commissioner Riley. Discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hope your husband's doing well.
He's improving.
Good, good, good. He was really having a tough time after surgery, wasn't he?
Yes, he's improving. Thank you.
That's great. I heard that he was, or I wouldn't have brought it up.
Yes, he is. I can actually breathe now.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning.
How would you like me to read the
First two together, Judge?
first two together? See, I can follow instructions. Having been married so many years, I'm good at it. Discuss and take appropriate action concerning personnel, transferring existing employee Taylor Maddox, position corrections officer, pay rate 41750.11, annually tier 1, 171 hours. Program, pay program, $120 uniform pay, $150 holiday pay, 1-year agency probation. Salary budget area 012-442-562, fiscal drug test complete. Start date 2/12/15/2020. New employee, Rosalio Rodriguez, position corrections officer, pay rate the same, all information same as the previous one. The probation is different because it's got a 90-day probation with 1-year agency. All other factors are the same as the two. Sheriff?
On Maddox, only correction here is the salary is correct on the agenda, but it's tier 2.
Tier 2?
Yeah, it's tier 2
Same
salary.
as, the two are the same at tier 2?
Yes, sir. Same salary on
Okay,
both.
so it's technical correction to Taylor Maddox. The pay rate is tier 2. Anything else, Sheriff?
She is a transfer from juvenile. That's why there's no 90-day probation.
Okay, no 90 days?
That's basically it. They've taken Rodriguez has taken the test, and we're pending results.
Move approval.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Knowlton, second by Commissioner Perez. Discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Now, which ones together, Sheriff?
The next one by itself.
By itself. Existing employee Lisa Caballero, position jail imaging specialist, pay rate 45214.72 annually. $120 uniform pay, $40 hour weekly pay program. Salary budget area 012-442-420, fiscal drug test not applicable. Start date 1/1/2021. Sheriff?
Okay, Lisa's moving over from jail staff to the jail imaging specialist. That individual retired that was in that position. She'll start there January 1st, 2021.
Motion by Commissioner Perez, second by Commissioner Riley. Discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Next, Sheriff.
Next three together.
Next three. Existing employee, Catherine Protka. Position jail sergeant, salary adjustment due to retiring 29-year employee, pay rate 50898.47 annually, 120 uniform, 150 holiday, salary budget area 012-442561, physical drug test not applicable, start date 01/01/2021. Existing employee Esmeralda Mancera. The only change from the previous I read is all factors the same except the pay rate is different at 49662.28 annually, and the uniform and holidays the same, all else is the same.
Correct.
And the third employee is existing employee Jamie Carmona. All factors in that are the same as number 2 that I read as Esmeralda Mancera. So we're ready to move on that.
Yes, what's going on here, Judge, is we had a 29-year employee retire, jail sergeant whose salary was considerably more than the rest of the sergeants due to their tenure. So I just took that existing money and spread it out into 2 brackets. One's $1,000 more a year than the other one. So the 2 longest serving sergeants will get the top bracket, and 2 younger serving sergeants will get the lower bracket. And it's all the same money that's in the budget.
Okay.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion approved by Commissioner Milton, second by Commissioner Riley. Any discussion? All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Next, sir.
Just the next one by itself.
Next one by itself.
Yes, Rutherford.
Existing employee John Andrew Rutherford, position bailiff, courthouse security, pay rate 48533. Annually, $120 uniform, 40 hours weekly. Salary budget area 059-400-402, physical drug test not applicable, start date 01/01/2021. Sheriff?
Deputy Rutherford is, we're moving him over from the flex deputy position to courthouse security to fill a vacancy there.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Milton for approval.
You're moving him as a deputy or a bailiff?
He's a flex deputy now, that flex deputy position we have. He's just lateral transfer over to a deputy at the courthouse security.
Okay. Second.
Second by Commissioner Perez. Any other questions or discussion on Deputy Rutherford? All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Next, sir.
You can do the next 2.
Next 2 together. Existing employee Stephen Cook, position Deputy Sheriff Patrol, pay rate 48533.60 annually, $120 uniform, $175 holiday, 1-year agency probation, salary budget area 012-440-410, physical drug test not applicable, start date 1/1/2021. Second one is existing employee Daniel Hernandez, position is Deputy Sheriff Flex Deputy. Pay rate is the same as previously read for Deputy Cook. The salary budget area is the same. Physical drug test is not applicable. Start date is the same. Sheriff?
Yes, on Mr. Cook, there is a change to what's on the agenda. He will start at a Tier 2 salary of $46,533.60 annually for a 90-day period. Drug test he didn't need because he's already an employee. Now, Mr. Hernandez, he will be transferring from patrol to the flex deputy position effective January 1st.
So the only correction to the 2 is the pay. He is Tier
2 on Cook,
2 on Deputy Cook. And
$46,533.60.
that rate is corrected to $46,533 3.60. Everything else correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Knowlton. Second by Commissioner Perez. Discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. And then finally, existing employee Mike Benavides, position jail administrator captain, pay rate 62588.46 annual, $120 uniform, 40 hours with overtime. Salary budget area 012442560, physical drug test not applicable. Start date 01/01/2021. Sure.
Yes. Due to Captain Gonzalez moving on, we'll be moving up Lieutenant Mike Benavides to the jail administrator position at the salary and benefits stated in the agenda effective 1/1/21.
Motion by Commissioner Perez,
Second.
second by Commissioner Knowlton. I appreciate if you'd give Lieutenant Benavides our congratulations.
Yes, sir, I will.
All those in favor, please. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On Mike, it says with overtime?
He's not gonna be the same as,
Okay, just call in to make sure, because Anna will ask me.
maybe at a later date.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, thank you.
Okay. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank y'all.
Yes, sir. Number 13, Trent Rowell. Discuss and take appropriate action concerning the release of maintenance bond of BRM Trucking and Construction LLC issued to secure maintenance and improvements of the Los Palomas subdivision. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. This was a maintenance bond that was executed on June 18, 2018 to cover road acceptance of the Los Palomas subdivision located in Commissioner Knowlton's precinct. My understanding is that Commissioner Knowlton has done the inspections, everything looks clear, and so by the terms of the bond, we just need to release it.
Move approved.
Motion by Commissioner Knowlton.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gillespie. Discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Number 14, Trent Rowell. Discuss and take appropriate action concerning a resolution designating the entirety of the Pleasant Civic Center, 115 North Main Street, Pleasanton, 78064 as a temporary auxiliary courthouse. I have a, yes, sir.
This is at the request of the district judge. They are looking at, they were planning on doing one in January, however actually they were planning on having one in December, and that fell through.
Confiscate their phone.
But they have, because of these, they want to have jury trials at some point, and maybe starting in January, and because of the spacing requirements, they cannot do that in this courthouse. They have Megan Harkins was appointed by the district judge, or forced by the district judge, however you want to put it, to go and do all the work on this and find a place to hold these. The Pleasanton Civic Center would fit the goals of spacing and all that sort of thing. And so they're requesting that that be designated as a auxiliary courthouse so that when they have jury trials, hopefully soon, that they can proceed with that. If they get a contract with Pleasanton Civic Center and pay what they're supposed to, and all those contracts would have to come before you to approve as well.
So are we paying for, excuse me,
Yes.
Yes, sir,
the
Commissioner.
county's gonna pay for this?
Well, our plan was to try to take this out of COVID funds,
Well, that would be my next.
but they have taken so long to deal with this that I'm not sure we have any left. We can designate it COVID funds, and then if we get any more funds, we can take it out of that, right? That's, which is what I'd recommend we do when we do
So
it.
my real question is, as I understand it, under normal circumstances, the counties pay for this proportionally, correctly?
Yes, it would not all come from us. It would be,
So we have a portion of it.
this is for district court.
Yes, this is for district court, and I included the county court at law as well, just if you need that, it's there and they can have those trials as well. And because the district court sometimes assigns the county court at law district court cases, and they do all the family law cases. The first case that they were going to take up was a civil law case, which could potentially implicate the county court law. And so I don't anticipate the Attorney General using it or anyone really other than the district court.
Well, let me answer your question a little differently, Commissioner Knowlton. I think we're gonna have to look at it, and if it's a Atascosa County case, it's probably gonna be our expense.
Well, that begs the next question. Do we have the funds available to cover this? Let's just say COVID's not available, so.
Depends on what kind of cost we're talking about.
Okay.
And that would
Depends
have
on
to
what?
come, I mean,
Depends on what the cost is.
my understanding, it's not an exorbitant cost. I had gotten and I don't know if you were, Tracy, if you were CC'd on any of those emails, okay, so it wasn't an exorbitant cost. However, I would point out that just designating this as a courthouse is not guaranteeing you're gonna pay for anything. If it comes up to the time and you don't give the funds for that, then.
Well, I'd make the comment, exorbitant or not, we all cut our budgets
Oh,
tremendously.
sure, I understand.
So we're down to the nitty gritty here, and any extra expense, I don't think we got it covered.
I understand.
Well, it's specifically for social distancing for juries only.
Yeah, I understand.
And so it is a COVID cost, so we have any expenses, we can designate a COVID, and there will probably be more COVID funds coming if Congress ever gets together on anything. So that's the only hope we have of
Well,
covering
and
things like
also,
this.
I would tell you that none of these jury trials have been set. They've been talking about this for 3 months. From what I understand about the preparations for this, I can't imagine them holding more than maybe 1 a month, maybe 2 a month at the most, before, you know, they can go back to the regular setting. So I don't see this as we're gonna hold one of these every week type of thing. But again, they would have to come back to you and present the cost, and you can approve it or not approve it.
They still have contingency funds available, do they not? Okay, all right, I know where we're going. All right.
We're just designating it right now, we're not spending any money, so
I got you.
that we can have a full discussion about the funds. Your points are well taken, Commissioner Knowlton.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Gillespie, second by Commissioner Knowlton. Discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Mr. Rowell, can you stay with us for agenda item number 16?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get right to it, but I was trying to see where it was on here. It wasn't under your name, it's under Commissioner Gillespie's. The agreement with Pleasanton. Okay, thank you. Number 15, Commissioner Gillespie, Commissioner Knowlton, Commissioner Riley. A, discuss and/or take appropriate action concerning removal of the designation of any monies used to fund the purchase agreement number 828-227-664-001 dated December 18, 2019 by and between Midland State Bank and Atascosa County for 6 ASC 856C motor graders for fiscal year 2020 and 2021 or any subsequent fiscal years, thereby terminating said lease and further allowing for the retrieval of all equipment under such said lease purchase agreement by the lessor seller at the precinct yards where the equipment is located. County's attorney has so notified Midland State Bank.
I'll speak up. We had various issues, and this is just a termination of the existing contract. And I believe Trent, or Mr. Rowell has notified the.
I've notified them that we will not be, the Commissioners Court, from my understanding, obviously subject to this vote, would not be appropriating any more money for this contract, and therefore, under the terms, it canceled. It also says under that subsection that we're supposed to pack all this stuff up and ship it to them, and I told them we will not be doing that because of the damages we have incurred, and if they would like to discuss that, we can do all that at once, but that they can come pick up their stuff at the county yards.
Okay. I move approval.
Second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Knowlton, second by Commissioner Riley. Any discussion or comments? All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. B, discuss and take appropriate action concerning approval of a 36-month lease for 6 new 2020 John Deere 620G motor graders from RDO Equipment Company with an estimated annual payment not to exceed $238,000 for all units. This will be done on the Sourcewell contract, pending Trent Rowell's review and approval of the agreement contract. Commissioner Knowlton?
These are the replacements. This picks up where the existing contract disappears. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is also less expensive than we contracted for previously. Is that correct?
Yes.
That is correct. The only thing I want to interject here is that the units, we will not be able to get them by the end of this month. So therefore, we probably will need to bring this back in January to, and we're covered either way. So it's not a financial issue. We're okay.
All right,
If we cannot get all 6 units by the end of this month, then we cannot charge it to our 2020 budget.
Got it.
So, I have any contact, with the vendor, and I just wanted that to be,
We're okay with this.
I would suggest that we bring this back in January when we have an estimated date, and.
On delivery?
And go from there.
well, we've got another meeting coming up on the 28th, correct? We can pass this now and then do something different if we need to.
But yes.
I don't think any of us have any issue with it coming after the first, so. I move approval.
Motion to
Second.
approve 15B by Commissioner Knowlton, second by Commissioner Riley. Discussion or comments?
I got one more just quick.
Yes, sir.
What happens to the excess funds that we had allocated for this?
They'll sit there unless you reallocate them and roll in your reserves.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure
Can't have them.
we didn't use it for a courthouse annex or something like that. That was the motion.
Our reserve account will thank you. All right. Number 16, Commissioner Gillespie, discuss and take appropriate
Wait,
action
did we
concerning.
vote?
I think we need to vote on
We
it.
I'm
need to
sorry, we
vote.
didn't vote. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you for correcting me. Number 16, Commissioner Gillespie, discuss and take appropriate action concerning approving interlocal agreement between City of Pleasanton and Atascosa County.
Yes, Your
Commissioner
Honor,
Gillespie.
this was a contract that was written as an interlocal agreement, and the wording was not correct on several occasions, so I know Trent's had it in his hands if you want to speak on it to clear it better. If not, I mean, it's pretty understandable at this point, I believe.
Yes, I think so, yeah, it just had to be corrected.
Correct. So I move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gillespie, second by Commissioner Riley. So my question is, what is this saying? It's rather vague.
Yeah, what is the agreement?
I
The
mean, when
agreement
you-
is
When you read this, it's just, I mean, I see the city's resolution, it says more than the contract does. I'm not questioning it, I'm just wondering what it says.
Well, the whole meaning of the purpose of the contract and the agreement is there's a land issue in Pleasanton where they need some dirt material hauled in. The city doesn't have the equipment, we do. So they had come to me asking if I could be a help of them, and I said yes, but without an agreement, no. So in the process of us coming up with an agreement a few months back, I don't know the exact words of terminology that Pleasanton City is actually called, but in our contract, it was worded wrong. They caught it, it came back, it's been fixed, it's been kicked around and stumbled around. It's all off the original, it's just the naming and the wording of it's now corrected.
Well, their resolution says it's for the removal and placement of certain surplus construction debris with Atascosa County for the mutual benefit. So it's just saying, their interlocal just saying that their city engineer is going to inspect it and be responsible for it, and that's it.
Correct. Yeah, all we're gonna be doing is helping them move the material with our 18-wheelers.
Just, it's a little, I just couldn't really get it.
No, you're good. My yard is actually located in the city limits, so we find ourselves working hand in hand on a lot of different issues. We both agreed, both city and county, to let's just make it on paperwork where we're legal on this big of an issue.
Right. And it dating back to many years ago when I was mayor of Pleasanton, 30, 40, 50 years ago, we actually had agreements back then too for sharing equipment and different things.
Right.
And it's important with
Right.
Precinct 1. So I was just questioning what it actually said so we could have that in the record.
The main difference was they wanted their city engineer to be in charge of it, to review it, and it's kind of a technical,
Okay,
but
thank
it
you.
all boils down to the same thing.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that because in the event, I want the city to have
Yes.
the bigger part of it because we're gonna be there just to help with maneuvering the material. I want nothing to do with the engineering, the designing of what's gonna be taken in the project. I want nothing under that on the county.
Yes.
Simply just our labor and equipment there to lend a hand if needed.
That's correct, and that's what this does.
Correct.
Sounds great. We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you. 17, Commissioner Gillespie, discuss and take appropriate action concerning issuing McCoy Water Supply Corporation a permit for a road bore located in Precinct 1 at Hidden Meadows and Red Barn Road. Commissioner Gillespie.
Yes, Your Honor, McCoy Water is gonna be coming in with the updated main line along the Red Barn, and they will be needing a bore under Hidden Meadows subdivision entrance, and I move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gillespie, second by Commissioner Knowlton. Discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Number 18, Commissioner Perez, discuss and take appropriate action concerning issuing McCoy Water Supply Corporation a permit for a road bore located in Precinct 3 at 3180 East County Road 331, Jordan, for Anthony Moose.
Thank
Commissioner.
you, Judge. McCoy has approached us about putting a road bore on County Road 331. They've agreed to our terms and conditions, so I move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Perez, second by Commissioner Riley. Discussion or questions? All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Then we have number 19, Commissioner Riley, discuss and take appropriate action concerning issuing the McCoy Water Supply Corporation a permit for a road bore located in Precinct 4, CR 426 Jordan, for Garrett Selvey. Commissioner Riley.
Yeah, Judge, this is just a bore for new residents from Main Line. I move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Riley, second by Commissioner Perez. Discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Number 20, it's me. Discuss and take appropriate action concerning improving the lease agreement between Atascosa County and Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid for office space for the new public defender program and direct the county judge to sign. Agreement's been reviewed by the county attorney's office. This is for the modular building that we've been fixing up. We've been holding off on doing the inside until we knew what we're going to use it for. Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid wants to rent it for the new public defender program. And the reason, even though this is our public defender program, Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid, just a reminder, is the agent that we're paying to manage this. So there is rent money built into the grant. And so Rio Grande Legal Aid will get that, and then they will be paying. They'll also be looking to rent a building in Wilson County and other places. So they couldn't find anything that they were happy with in Atascosa County, and they've kind of settled on this. So we're going to be finishing that out to their to specs that I've agreed on. I'll be happy to discuss that once we get a motion on the table and the rates. But the rate is $1,500 a month. I tried to get it low enough so that it would be attractive to them. It's not what they consider ideal, but they can't find anything ideal. Our cost in it is fairly low, and I'll be happy to relay that too. Based on $1,500 a month and the finish out work we have to do, it would take us about 6 to 7 years worth of lease payments, and it would completely pay us back 100% for the cost we have in the building. That's sort of my thinking on it. Yet I made it low enough to be attractive to them, and like I said, they're not real thrilled about the building itself, but it's the best they've been able to find. So I'd like to, you know, we're dealing with our own money in a sense, so there's no point in overcharging for it.
Move approval.
Thank you, Commissioner Knowlton. Take me off the hook here. Motion by
You
Commissioner
stumbled a
Knowlton,
little bit.
second by Commissioner Perez. Thank you. I've stood pretty firm on a couple of things. They wanted us to build out the inside for private offices for their attorneys, and I said no. They can do leasehold improvement if they want to pay for it, but at $1,500 a month, we're not going to put another $20,000 into it. We're going to finish it out inside. They can do cubicles, or they can do leasehold improvements if they want to, but we're not going to pay for it. We're going to put the air conditioning in. We're going to run the IT lines and whatever they need for electrical. They're going to have to design how many cubicles they want and how many offices, so we have a separate IT line and a power outlet for each office, and how they want to design it, and they're working on that. But we can't move forward on doing anything until I'm able to sign the lease, and they've already signed the lease, until we have a bound lease on our side, and then we can start spending money. So I'm not going to spend a penny on it until we have a bound lease. So just to give you an update on it, and I'll be happy to answer any questions on it, but I've tried to be frugal and responsible for the county and keep our costs down. I'm expecting us to spend another $25,000 to $30,000, hopefully maybe not that much, but the air conditioning and some of the finish out items are gonna be expensive. We'll put new air conditioning units on it. It turns out that we can't really hook the units together up in the roof, in the ceiling, so we're gonna have to have 2 small units on it. That's what air conditioning vendor contractors that are bidding on it are telling us. So we are taking bids on everything we do, where it's possible to get a bid. All of it's gonna be, each bid's gonna be way below $50,000, and we're gonna contract with individual entities. So basically, Rusty and Greg are gonna be our general contractors, and we're gonna be our own contractor. So each cost is gonna be fairly small, and probably our biggest cost is gonna be the air conditioners. We're gonna have to redo the bathrooms. They're in pretty bad shape. After that, it's not gonna be a lot of cost. Commissioner Gillespie's already spent most of the money that needed on this building, on doors and exterior. Just for your information, they are wanting to consider a down-the-road venture of using the second modular unit we have sitting in storage, and with the same terms, where we could turn it around backwards and abut it up against this, and possibly double their space, double their rent, and so that is an option they want to try to keep in reserves if they want to use it. And they're gonna, I think that a lot of that depends on what they're able to find in Wilson County to rent. So I think that's as much as I can tell you. If there's no other questions, I'll call for the vote. No other comments or questions? All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Thank you very much. This gets us moving on the public defender program. And also another piece of information is the head of the public defender program, Margaret Littleton's been gracious to offer the office downstairs. It used to be half of the county attorneys, for the director who's been hired to use that as a temporary office until we get this finished. She's going to be hiring people, working people, having meetings, so I've told her she can use that office, and she can use the conference room up here for private meetings if she needs them, and we're going to try to accommodate her. This is sort of my desire is to keep the management and the core activities of the public defender's office in Atascosa County, just because we're the biggest county, and that's the way I'd like to see it happen. Mm-hmm. So, did we vote?
Yes, sir.
Good, thank you. Number 21, discuss and take appropriate action concerning approving grants. See attached what happened in the situation with this grant is that it was inadvertently left off of the last approval. There was,
If I might, at
The
what
amount-
level was the grant, and did
Sir?
we have the funds available to cover it?
yes,
That's all I care about.
I'm looking for the amount.
I didn't
here,
see it, that was the reason I asked. Rusty, do you know?
But it is $4,000, right?
That was what's left over after the last round.
Yeah, that's what we have not spent yet is 4,000.
Okay.
So the motion would be for approving the business grant for Johnny's Paint and Body Shop for the amount of $4,000.
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Knowlton. Motion by Commissioner Knowlton,
Second.
second by Commissioner Perez. I do want to say that Mr. Zamaripa had his application in early in this, and it was just an oversight to leave it out. So all those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you. 22, discuss and take appropriate action concerning adopting the FEMA Atascosa County McMullen Multi-Jurisdiction Hazard Mitigation Plan in its entirety by the required resolution, direct the county judge to sign. This is a multi-jurisdiction hazard mitigation action plan that was part of a grant that has been working for about 3 years. And it's finally concluded, and we need to adopt it. The thing is about an inch thick, and I'm sure if you want to read it, we have it on file. It's pretty much straightforward and reviewed by everybody. It does include Atascosa County, McMullen County, and a number of government subdivisions inside, well, McMullen County doesn't have any other government subdivisions, but inside Atascosa, it includes several cities and school districts that have signed on to this. And then they're supposed to be, we put up the seed money for this, the county did, and we're supposed to be reimbursed by these, this multi-jurisdictional thing from these other entities, these school districts and other cities that signed on to this early when we first started the program. So we're just adopting the mitigation action, which McMullen County will be doing in each one of these political subdivisions inside the county.
So
I need a
moved.
motion to approve it.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Gillespie, motion by Commissioner Knowlton, second by Commissioner Knowlton. The discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Nice to get that finished. It's been hanging out there for a long time. Number 23, discuss and take appropriate action concerning renewing the contract with Thompson Reuters for Westlaw Patron Access and direct county judge to sign. The current monthly rate's $520.76, and there's a renewal increase term of 2%. Noah explained this to you before, but just to quickly cover it, this is the way we stay legal with our public access requirement for a law library in the county courthouse. We collect a fund, a small fee from court fees that goes into a private fund for this. And when I took office, our law library was terribly behind in buying updates in the books. It would have cost tens of thousands of dollars to buy the updates, and $6,000 a year is much, much cheaper, and it creates what's called a public patron program. There's a computer in the public library. We left some of the basic textbooks in there and dictionaries, but there's a computer in there that the public can use or any attorney can use that they can sign on free, and gives them full legal access to virtually laws, anything they need, and it meets our legal requirements to maintain the law library in the county, and this is a renewal of that.
So moved.
Thank you. Commissioner Gillespie, motion, second by Commissioner Perez. Discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Number 24, Tracy Barrera, discuss and take appropriate action concerning the approval of disbursement of pretrial diversion funds as authorized by Article 102.0121 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Approval of a check to be written from the pretrial miscellaneous fund, item 053-400-625, in the amount of $10,500, it being a quarterly payment for services provided to Atascosa County by the CSCD as specified in the interlocal agreement. Payment will be released after Trent Rowell and the County Attorney's Office has reviewed and approved it.
And I did, and I did.
Who has approved it?
I have approved.
And this is something we do every quarter. It's been an ongoing program where the adult probation administers these funds, and these come out, again, out of court fees. And it's a better deal to pay them to administer it than us having to develop a system to do it. That's something we determined a long time ago.
So move.
Motion by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Second by who? Commissioner Riley. Discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. All right. So we have a executive session. And so we will recess this regular meeting of the Atascosa County Commissioners Court at 9:54 a.m. And we will reconvene in 5 minutes into executive session. The executive session will be to consult with attorney according to Texas Government Code 551.00, 551.071, 551.074 regarding personnel. We are recessed for 5 minutes and will reconvene in executive session. Convene this regular session of Atascosa County Commissioners Court, December 14th. The time is 10:19 a.m. and we will move to, there's no action to be taken from the executive session, so we're going to move to agenda item number 27, discuss and take appropriate action concerning the following 2020 budget line item adjustments and our budget amendments from the following. See attached. 2020 treasurer, moving funds from 012-450-610, conference expense $2,000, 012-450-623, bond premiums $1,000, 012-450-501, office supplies $1,500, 012-450-628, postage $1,500. Okay. Motion by Commissioner Knowlton,
Second.
second by Commissioner Riley. Discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Number 28, discuss, review, to accept any invoices and payroll. We have the invoices to approve that are already signed by all commissioners. There are no live checks. And the payroll is I think that's 218,743. Yeah. It looks like 218,743.33. Okay. And that's a small payroll, and the large payroll is 2,020,620.12.
The big payroll is the November payroll. We haven't got the numbers together yet on December.
Make a motion to accept all bills to be paid and both payrolls to be handed as
Approved.
read. Approved.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Gillespie, second by Commissioner Knowlton. Any discussion or questions? All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Discuss, review, and take action on reports submitted. The only reports we have that are not in, everyone's doing really great at this time, but Constable Precinct 3 is behind October, November. I'm sure you'll catch those up. Would you need to look at the payroll?
No, sir, I'm good. Our Madam Auditor had emailed everybody. I don't know if everybody else had looked at them, but I did, so
Yes.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Motion by Commissioner Gillespie, second by Commissioner Knowlton. Discussion. All those in favor on reports, all those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. All right, number 30 is update and take appropriate action concerning judge, commissioners, and other county elected officials training course certifications required in the hours and certificates in the Commissioners Court minutes and other documents not related to education needed to be filed in the court records. Eliseo Perez, certificate of completion for the V.G. Young Institute of County Government for successfully completing 17 hours of educational training at the 98th Annual County Judges and Commissioners Conference in Abilene, October 5 through 8.
So move.
Motion by Commissioner Gillespie. Second by Commissioner Perez. Discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Number 31 is comments from Commissioners Court. No action to be taken. Are there any comments by anyone that would like to say anything? Make any statements? The next regular Commissioners Court meeting is set for Monday, December 28th. So, anybody we don't see, we hope you have a Merry Christmas, and we are adjourned. We'll see you on the 28th.